Hi everybody, Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. Essex Police Chief Constable gives a press conference today, about the events of last week. And of course, he had to come out with the usual pathetic excuses the police always do when anything like this happens. As you know, there was an incident involving a migrant out in an hotel in Epping, and of course people were demonstrating against it, and we had the usual rubbish from the politicians and the police, the Essex Police, accusing those who were demonstrating about that incident of being far right. I mean, this is what we get from the police, our so-called police. They always seem to do a lot of finger pointing, don't they? Any local people gather outside a hotel full of migrants and they demonstrate against them, they're immediately branded far right, not only by the police but by our politicians, especially two-tier Kia. I mean, where is he? Why isn't he saying anything about this? Although we don't want him to say anything about it. We had enough of him last year, didn't we? When we had the summer riots of last year, and what happened in Southport, he branded everybody far right. So really, we don't want to hear from him. I mean, you've only got to look at what the police were doing. They were actually escorting far left agitators. Yes, escorting them in police vans to and from Epping Police Station, railway station I should say, or train station as they call them now. They was escorting them from there to the place of demonstration. And of course, the far left, when I'm talking about far left, I mean Antifa. They are absolute thugs, left-wing thugs. It would appear that the police are now siding with them, and they are joining in the accusing the local people of Epping of being far right. I mean, there were two incidents, wasn't there, out when they were demonstrating last week. There was two incidents. One where a riot police officer dressed in a riot gear smashed his riot shield into the mouth of a member of the public and knocked his teeth out. Now, I'd like to ask the Chief Constable of Essex, what action has been taken against that police officer? None. No, there's been no action against that police officer. It's probably been said to him, you've done nothing wrong, and therefore you can keep your job. And then we have another incident when a police officer driving a police van knocked over another member of the public. I mean, what about if it had been fatal? Would that police officer have been disciplined or sacked or even arrested? No, he wouldn't. Nothing's been said about those two, has there? It was all on video. You could see people filming it. It's all on video. But of course, the Chief Constable, he had to come out with his usual bullshit, as all these woke police chief constables do. They try to point the finger of blame of other people and start accusing the local people who were demonstrating outside the hotel of being far right. Well, it would appear that the police are now becoming the agitators themselves. I think what the police were hoping for was there'd be trouble breaking out. That's what they wanted. They was hoping it would all kick off, and they then would be able to blame somebody. The Chief Constable of Essex and his Assistant Chief Constable are both a disgrace, and of course there's been calls for them to resign, but that won't happen. And of course we've had another, and of course the left-wing media, they've been hanging around. We've had the BBC, they was there. We had Victoria Derbyshire, who she on Newsnight. She's vile. Was there trying to stir it up, trying to make it out that it was somehow Tommy Robertson was organising all this trouble. I mean, you've got the state broadcaster, even they now are siding with Antifa and starting to call people far right. And of course, Nigel Farage, the other day, he was on talking, wasn't he? And he only, as soon as he mentioned Antifa, the BBC cut the audio. There's a audio of that if you want to listen to it, and you can make up your own mind. Yes, they cut his feed, and as soon as he mentioned the word Antifa, the BBC cut his audio. I mean, it says everything, doesn't it, about how supposedly state broadcaster, the BBC, they're a bunch of lefties. I mean, they don't seem to be reporting this much, do they? They seem to be, as soon as there's trouble, got to be the work of the far right. The far right are trying to bring down this elected government. I mean, it's the same with all the other broadcasters. Sky News, they're the same. They point the finger of blame at the far right. And you've got ITN News and Channel 4. They're all the same, and they're all lefties. This is why the country's in such a mess. And of course, you know, it's any wonder, isn't it, that nobody trusts the mainstream media anymore. Nobody trusts them. It's no wonder they're starting to die out. I think in years to come, there won't be a media. Especially the BBC, they'll be gone. History. But like I've said, you've got the mainstream media. They always want to blame somebody, blame the far right, just because people who are against migrants, they must be far right. So let's blame them and call them names to shut them down. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.